as always, I'll just go over the materials that we'll need today. First of all, I put 2 pieces of tape here so that I can get some sense of border when I paint the sun and the clouds here, as well as the trees. So I am just blocking those areas, but if you want to do the whole border, please feel free to do so. I also have some paper towels here, my water, and a brush, and a palette with 4 colors. There's black, blue, red, and green. So once you have everything set up like this, we can get started. For this session, we are going to do a modern version of Chinese watercolor or Chinese paintings. And I'm going to start off with the mountains in the middle. There's going to be some mountains in the background and some in the foreground. Foreground meaning that's in front of us. And I'm going to choose blue for this one because we want to make the blue different from the rest of the elements, the rest of the things that are going to be on the painting. I'm just getting some blue here. For this one, I want you guys to just have much fun as you can experimenting. And this is a really important part of painting because you want to be a little different from the rest of the painters and you want to incorporate your own style, have your own style to the paintings. So I'm just gonna start right now with blue and let's just see how it looks on the paper. But before we go, please make sure to leave some space here. So this is so that we can paint the tree later. So try to avoid this area and then we'll just paint over here. So let's get started. So I'm just gonna do the outline first so that you don't have to commit too much. And then gonna get some more blue and see how it looks when I kind of just blend. I'm gonna try to go a little darker over here. And a little bit darker for this mountain. I really want you to just have fun for this one. A little bit less technical than the other one. You can maybe add maybe one more smaller mountain here in the distance. There you go. So you can do this exactly like that. The dark areas, make sure to get more paint. Light areas, just the water. Yeah, so I think I'll just leave it like that. And now for the sun. Let's go for the sun first because we want to wait for a lot of this to dry before we move on to this area. So I'm just gonna wash my brush. Make sure to get all the blue out. And I'm gonna get some red. And just go for a little sun here. Red is very symbolic in Chinese culture for prosperity, luck. A very well-known symbol for sure in Chinese culture. Now I'm gonna get some more black this time actually. So I'm washing my brush again. I'm going to now do the branches for the pine trees over here. The pine trees, it's gonna be from here, the top left corner. It'll be going downwards as like that. So let's get some black. You don't have to add too much water for this one. Actually, maybe less water would be better. Because we don't want it to be too runny. We don't want it to be too wet. Because it's just the outline for this one. Alright. So let's go with the outline. I'm gonna start with maybe over here. Yeah, and just have fun with it. Be a little bit, add some curves to the lines as you go. And I'm gonna add some little branches going this way. We'll add some pine leaves to that later. Gonna keep going. I'm gonna add one more smaller branch over here. And let's go with one more branch coming like this, going down. Smaller branches. I think that's pretty good. Okay. And lastly, I'm gonna add some clouds over here. And we're going to use the wet on wet technique. So if you can remember, this would be to wet the paper first. So we're going to clean our brush. And then just add some long round shapes like this. And I kind of want it to go off to the side. Try not to touch the red because it might spread. And then here, I'm going to add a little bit of black while the cloud shapes are still wet. and just add a line like that. I think I'll just leave it like that. And add a little bit of blue actually. I think that'll look nice. So it's like a blue-gray. Actually, if a little red gets on there, it's okay. I think it actually looks quite nice. See? It's all about experimenting. There you go. All right. And now we are going to let this dry. And then once this first layer is dried, we will move on to the pine leaves. And we can also add a small person here looking out into the distance, and any other smaller details that you would like to add.